Hey everybody, this is David B69. As a special thank you to the fans of the channel and the fans who have been sticking in and day out, watching MLB The Show 23 franchise mode for the Philadelphia Phillies, I gotta say thank you. I really do appreciate everybody coming on, watching these games. Basically gives me my love for baseball and this game so much more. We are going to go to the off season. We are going to see what the off season looks for 24 going to 25, and then the next episode we're going to sim the whole entire season. We'll take a look at things and basically sim the playoffs and see what happens from that. Figure just take a glimpse at 2025 and what could be happening for our Philadelphia Phillies. So let's get going. We're going to sim right to the off season. The contract for the pitching coach has ended. We'll need to resign him or hire a replacement before the end of the off season. All season's about to begin. You have 5 days to negotiate contracts with any players who do not have contracts for the 2025 season. After this time, those players eligible for free agency will be free to negotiate with any organization. And we have the 5 days to tender qualifying offers to your qualified free agents in order to receive draft pick compensation. And let's look at retired players. Greg Holland, a relief pitcher for the Phillies. He retired due to age. I don't even remember this guy. He was a 57 overall. He never played for us in our organization up at a high level. So it's like glad to have you here and see you at the door. Enjoy your retirement. Yeah, you can see he just didn't have it anymore. Had 5 games in Texas with a high ERA and just never was able to recover from that. Um, Anybody else that is notable? Vince Velasquez, an old Philly, finally hung him up after the 24 season. Jake Diekman, another former Philly, also hanging him up. Justin Verlander retiring. Now that's a shocker. Madison Bumgarner is long past needing retiring. That's basically it for retirees that I care about. And basically, it's like they basically say he's going to be an inductee in the Hall of Fame. I mean, that is a very sizable and great career. As much as I don't like Justin Verlander, he is a very good pitcher. And yeah, I would definitely give kudos to that. Phillies free agents. Um, I'm not going to worry about Danny Jansen. Merrifield, I mean, yeah, he's what's called, but I'm not going to worry about resigning him. I don't know why they have all this stuff on there. But my big thing would be Dominguez. I really want to have. Let's see, what does he want? He wants 12 million a year, which is not horrendous. But 12 million for 5 years at the age of 30? No, you're not getting that. So I'll give you 12, and the last one will be a player option. And I think I can reduce this a little bit, make it a little bit more club friendly here. So we're looking more of 11.2 instead of 12. Let's backload it. So I'm not paying as much on the front end of the contract as I am on the back end. Yeah, I think that's definitely a doable thing. And have him be our closer, and we'll see what he says. not going to make you an offer. And it's the same thing for Denny Jensen. I don't want to pay him because it's like, let's say, how much does he really want? He wants 11 million a year. I'm not paying him 11 million dollars a year when I have Real Moto on my thing. I do need a pitching coach. I do need a guy that is going to be good. Make you an offer. I can more than happy to pay you that. So, well, actually, yeah, he'll be highly interested in that. So I think that's a good deal. Um, okay. And go right to the free agency one. Yeah, I knew he was going to accept. No, I already did that, so we want to select our 40-man roster. Yeah, you're going to release you. You're that bad and you're in your 30s. I just don't see the point of having you on anybody's roster. Is there any way to see how many people I have on my 40-man roster? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 28, 9, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, so I can add a few more players to the 40-man roster. I don't know why you're in AAA. I guess because he was injured at the end of the season. The game just automatically throws you there. I'd say no. I mean, actually, he has good contact. He just needs to work on some things. Um, so add him to the 40-man roster. He should be on there, yeah. Lost network connection for some reason. I did Sal is on the 40-man roster, yeah. Justin Crawford, are you on the 40-man roster? Yes, you are. So you're protected. Pete Crow Armstrong, you're on there as well. Yeah. This guy, he would definitely be a guy that's on the fence, but we're going to add him to the 40-man roster just so he's protected from the Rule 5 draft. So I'm okay with that. Okay. Um, Offering salary arbitration to some of these guys. Let's do that. Yeah, Trevor Stephan. Um, Last year he was 3-6, 14 saves, 4 blown saves though. 4.5 ERA, not a bad year. Um, I'm going to offer you arbitration, and we'll just say $2.4 million. So I think that's fair. Um, Toddy did not get in them too many games. Struck out 47 in 36 innings, 3.75 ERA, which is like very, very decent. So I will offer you an arbitration number. I'm willing to give you 2.5 million. I think it's a very generous offer. Connor Brogdon, 3.15 ERA, 5-2 record. Pitched a decent amount for us. Definitely want to offer you arbitration, and I'm willing to give you okay, close to 2 million. I mean, I think that's fair. Now, here's the interesting one. Now, I'm going to try to give him a natural contract. I mean, I don't think he got a fair shot here. You know, if I want to get him, if I can get him up to 3 million and make it a 7-year deal, that is like highly, highly valuable for us. Um, I want to, I want to make you a star, and I'm going to backload your contract. So even though I'm paying you on average of close to $3 million a year, I'm like, I'm hardly paying for it. So I am like loving it. So that, I think that is a great deal for us. It's a very friendly offer for us. So let's do that. Um, and if he doesn't want to do that, I can offer him arbitration of 1.8. Yeah. So I have the offer of the 7 year 20.3, but I'm offering him far less in arbitration. So we'll see what happens there. Brandon Marsh hit 421, barely played last year. Um, he's a good solid outfielder. Um, how much do you? Oh, he's like 4.9 million. Uh, you're definitely a platoon outfielder. Yeah, I really can't. I don't see doing that. Offering, yeah. Look, I want to give you 2.9 million in arbitration. That's basically where I'm willing to go. Um, Sosa, frankly, I don't need you. Um, but I'm going to offer you pretty much 1.64. I think that's fair. And we'll go from there. Okay. Yeah. Offer contract to these players, mention control to maintain control for the following season. Player not offered a contract by December 2nd will become free agents. So yeah, you'll definitely want to offer these guys contracts. Um, by saying oh, he's 30 years old. Okay, fine. I'll pay you $2 million for that. Yeah, that's fine. You always need to have these guys around just in case there's something that happens. Um, I just want to make sure I'm not going to offer any kind of money to anybody that is like a D-rated player. I do not want to do that, or I don't want to offer too much money. Um, He's like, this guy's a D, overrated. I really am not going to offer him a contract. Because my organization feels that he is not worthy of a contract from us. And if I don't see him as worthy of a contract and the organization doesn't see it, why would we pay you? It just makes no sense. So we just say, see you later. So I wish we could streamline it and just say minimum offer to all of them, but it's pretty much what you have to do. Um, this is the first free agency portion here. Um, the Mets offered him a qualifying offer of 45.5 million for 5 years, which is a good qualifying offer. Um, let's check our roster here and want to see what we got. I mean, we are good with our starting five for our pitchers. Our pitchers are fine. Relief pitchers, we're actually fine there as well. Um, I think we're waiting for our closer to sign. Um, Catcher, we're fine. I'm fine with Marchand for going into next season. Hoskins, I signed him long term, didn't I? Yeah. So he's there. Bryson Stott's there. Chapman's there, but I'd rather have Bohm. Bichette's there at short. We're fine there. Hunter Renfroe in left. Turner in center. And right, we got Harper. So that's actually very interesting. So we actually have a very strong roster. I mean, we have 24 players that are on the roster right now. I think we have a couple players that would be going into free agency that we made qualifying offers on. So I think we're fine. Just look at some of these players here. Yeah, like Jensen was part of our team, but he's no longer going to be part of our team. We're going to let him go. I mean, I don't see us going after anybody like this. This is just not. Wow, Shane Bieber, $303 million for 9 years. Wow. I mean, what kind of numbers have you had? It was 23-2 last year. Wow. Okay, you know something? I'm going to make you an offer. I'll go 10 million. 10 years. We're gonna have to make it a backloaded contract. See, there you go. See how much it what's called? So I can get it back up to that 350. I'll go 346. There we go. So he has huge interest in that contract. It's a 10-year deal. Yeah, it's like I can't see them. Nobody's going to beat that. You know, Carson Kelly, you're how old are you? Yeah, you're 30. You actually would be a good backup catcher for me. Let's do this. Yeah, I'll offer you a okay, look, I'll offer you a $2 million deal per year. It's $5 million. But I'll give you the option of opting out. So after the first year, you can opt out. Actually, if I make it a 3-year deal at that 5 point, then I can just lower it down to like 5. I think that's actually more like team friendly. And yeah, I think that's actually a good deal. And I can have you as part of my club. So I think that's basically all the shopping we're going to really do. So yeah. Now I'm going to want to make a trade if we got Shane Bieber for some circumstance. We are definitely going to make a trade. Um, and we got him. Can you imagine? He's 20. He was 23-2. Cleveland has got to be livid right now. Guy had a 2.13 ERA with 216 strikeouts and 244 innings. That's just absolutely insane. Carson Kelly, unfortunately, accepted the White Sox offer, um, and we're just not going to worry about it. Can no longer afford the contract of Sir Anthony Davis. Yes, we're going to stop simulating. Okay, so since he accepted a trade, like I said before, if we got him, I was going to make a trade. Um, and the thing is, it's like who do I trade? Well, I'm going to trade a starting pitcher, of course. Um, and the guy that makes way too much money and at 32 years old, I want to get rid of him is Taiwan Walker. He just like way too much salary. I don't need it anymore. I just want him gone. So I'm going to look around and look for a suggested trade. So I just want prospects and nothing else. No trades were found. How about MLB Ready? Okay. The Reds would be willing to give up Correa and Marte. Brewers would get a Peralta and Aaron Ashby. Actually, that's a very good trade. 7.4 million versus 1.5 million. That's the difference. But it's like the talent's definitely there on both sides. I like the Brewers deal a little bit more. Okay, this would be awesome. Unfortunately, we'd be losing salary. It takes away the whole point of doing a trade. Um, but yeah, this is definitely a great trade. Um, makes me think. Wait a second here. Um, no, I'm not doing that trade. Okay, so we're going to do the Brewers trade. I think getting rid of $10 million in salary is good enough. Um, so we'll do that. And he didn't sign with anybody, did he? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Make a 3-year deal. Okay. I think we're good for that. Okay. Giants got Corbin Burns, starting pitcher, at $34.1 million a year for 9 years. Altuve signed with Milwaukee Brewers. Wow. 6-year deal, $177 million. Danny Jansen went from Phillies to the White Sox, 3 year, $33.6 million a year. No. We already offered the salary arbitration to these people. Wow. Sosa's got Kansas City's like the top line to get him right now. $250 million for 9 years, which isn't too bad. I mean, that's actually like pretty close to what I would think that he would get. Walker Buehler, I can't see people paying him that much, but I mean, that's just me. 3.58 ERA, not really worth it, but it is what it is. I think I have to fix my 40-man roster. Let's go to the roster. Yeah, I think we'll remove. Oh, we'll relieve Moniak because he's not even on our organization right now. We'll just remove him from it, which is fine. Do more simming. Nope. Okay, Walker Buehler signed a $160 million contract to go to the Mets. Kind of makes sense because Verlander retired. He was on the Mets organization. So needed a pitcher to replace him. And didn't I offer all these guys contracts? Yeah, I offered them all contracts. So they're fine. And let's see here. Go to the winter meetings. Go to the Roll 5 draft. Okay, we're 25th. We're not going to probably get anybody because of that. They made a trade. Josh Hader is going to the Twins. That's interesting. Vance. And nobody's picking up anybody. Actually, okay. Padres got Ryan Pippard. I think that was like one of those 1 in a million guys that was just made available. Yeah, that's all it was. So I am going to say no. And that is the end of the draft. Only one person taken. That is just absolutely insane. That never happens, but that is what it is. Sent to the arbitration hearings. Tyler Glasnow got a 4-year deal, $11.4 million per year. Glass goes to the Reds from the Guardians. We're getting more trades and stuff and everything in the offseason than we are during the regular season. Alex Bregman, he's now a Met. Juan Soto goes to the Marlins. There's a big shock. 7-year, $198.8 million. Juan Soto goes to the Marlins of all teams. I was not expecting that. I mean, I actually do enjoy that. That's actually really cool. Let's sim to the renewable contracts. Okay, Bilotti had this thing. They sided with Bilotti, so next year he will make $2.8 million. That's nuts. Sosa, they sided with the Phillies on that, $1.6 million. Brandon Marsh, they sided with us this year for 2.9. Trevor thing, they sided with Stefan. Oh, and he's making 2.946. It's like that actually I don't think was that far off of our offer. So that's actually not too bad. Brogdon, they sided with Brogdon. He will make $2 million, just a little bit over that. That's not that big of a deal. The Dodgers signed Paul Goldschmidt to a 1-year, $5.4 million, very friendly deal. AJ Minter is signed with the Astros. Okay. Let's look at our you can see we're first ranked in contact and power. We're fifth. Pitching we're first. Defense we're fifth, and speed we're second. So I feel really good about our team this year. Pitching rotation very strong. Um, I mean, our budgetary, we're a little bit below the threshold here of what we want to be. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to try to cut some salary loose and stuff in some places. Um, and honestly, I see the main cut being like maybe a player like Bo Bichette. Why he's nice to have there. We can move Turner back to shortstop. And I think that's the way I want to go. So we're going to go in trade talks. And basically, I want to try to get them to suggest the trade, but I will only want prospects in return. Let's see if they'll give me anything here. Okay, the Orioles offer me that's a nice center fielder. That's not that bad. That's what I said. Yeah, Brothers. Give me a guy that's a 45 overall. You know I'm going to laugh in your face. Those guys are mid-20s and stuff and everything. I don't feel that they're young prospects. You know, the Rangers isn't a bad place for him to go. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna let him go. Okay? And then what we can do, we can go to our roster. We're going to edit him and make him back into a center fielder. So okay. So now he's that. Now I just feel better and everything about our lineups. I have to reset these things. We're going to try to give the position to Justin Crawford going into next year. Who are we missing? Catcher. Like I said, JT Realmuto, he's going to be our everyday catcher. I'm trying to figure out if I want to have Chapman in our team at all. But it's nice to have his bat, so it just kind of makes sense to have him around. Looking at our pitching rotation. Man, we have a pitching rotation. Shane Bieber, who we just brought on the team. I mean, it's hard not to put him number one. I mean, it just is. We just got to put him at the top of the rotation and just let it fly. And I just, argue and everything that this is the best pitching staff in all of baseball. And I don't think anybody would argue with me. So I feel really good about this. We would have to look at some negotiations on our salaries for our extensions. So we can look at that. He's 34. It's kind of hard to. I mean, he's not going to be actually truly happy until he's at 11 something. Yeah, we'll just have to just go through the season. I'm not going to worry about this kind of stuff right now. And like I said, I'm pretty happy with our roster as it is right now. We have the pitching staff, we have bullpen, we have the lineup that should basically be dominating for years to come. We are at the regular season, and we're just gonna, like I said, we're gonna sim the entire thing. But the advantage of this is we are going to turn off critical situations. We're not going to stop simulating because of that stuff. We're just going to keep on just saying no. He's only out for a couple of days. We're going to keep him active. Man, some of these injuries are really hitting the minor leagues really bad. Bryce Harper sustained an injury during today's game. Because a few days, we're going to keep him active. Or utilize him. Felix Batista is now a Tiger. That's a very shock deal because he's on the final year of his deal. But you like to see a trade during the middle of the season. Just wasn't seeing this too often during the 2024 season. So it's actually kind of nice that we're seeing a little bit more trading that's going on now. And now Zach Wheeler's hurt, but it's just for a few days. So interesting. I'm going to simulate the draft because I'm only doing this simulation for today. What do they want? Ooh, they want Jose Alvarado. And they want to give us a bunch of garbage. No, we're good. I have no interest in trading Alvarado. Hunter Renfroe got injured a few days. Oh, that's fine. And like I said, more trades. This is awesome. And like I said, since I'm simming, I'm not caring about signing the draft picks, doing all that stuff. I'm just totally skipping it this year. Just to basically, because I'm only just doing it for this one thing. Guardians got Hazley. And now we're actually at the trade deadline.
Well, this is it, the final day of the season for teams to make trades. There could be a flurry of action as the day goes on, but before we get there, here's a recap of what went down yesterday. Looking first at the NL East, the Texas Rangers totaled 11 hits as they got the best of the Phillies in Citizens Bank Park, 7-6. The Guardians knocked out 10 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Braves 8-3.
The Marlins have come on and everything. It's like I'm guessing because of Juan Soto, and they've actually become
put
a
together 10
dangerous
total
team.
hits as they took down the Nationals in Washington 7-5. They now have 5 straight wins. The Reds completed a short 2-game sweep as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 2-1.
We're going to look at
the Milwaukee Brewers combined for 10 hits as a team as they defeated the visiting Tigers 4-3. The Cardinals combined to give up just 5 hits as they defeated the Pirates at
They're
PNC
starting
Park
pitchers.
7-2. Merrill Kelly collected his 8th win in relief as the
Beaver,
Astros defeated the
1.83
Diamondbacks
ERA for this
5-3.
part of the season.
The
That's
San Diego
awesome.
Padres got
Wheeler,
12 hits in this one
2.39
as they
ERA.
embarrassed the
That is
Dodgers
awesome.
10-0.
Nola,
The San Francisco
3.7
Giants
ERA.
sent 3 balls into the
That's
seats as they
okay.
bested the visiting
Peralta,
Rockies 8-3.
2.9 ERA.
The Yankees knocked out 10 hits
Rasmussen,
as a team as they beat the
3.65
visiting
ERA.
Rays 5-2.
Lance
Austin
McCullers,
Hayes drove in 4 as
4.95
the
ERA.
Orioles took down the Red Sox 6-4.
So,
Rodolfo Castro had a
really
great
good.
day,
It's like,
driving in 5 on 3 hits as the Blue Jays took care of
it's
the
like better
Angels
than I thought it would
9-4.
be.
He extended his hitting streak to a
And
modest
Winter
6
is
straight
doing a
games.
decent job.
Brady Singer collected his 8th win overall
Alvarado's
as the
doing
Royals were victorious
Jordan
over the
Hicks is
A's
killing us.
5-4. The
But he's only
Seattle
pitched
Mariners
1.1
put together
innings,
10
so.
total hits as they stole a victory in
There
extra
was
innings over the
Stephen.
Twins 4-3. And
Yeah,
that's the
he might be
show.
a guy
The
to
trade deadline
dump.
is only hours away, so don't forget to check in tomorrow for a full recap of the day's events.
Yeah, so is Blotty. But not that Blotty hasn't pitched enough. But Stephen definitely is a guy to dump, probably. So we're going to look at trades and stuff and everything, and we'll come back to the next episode. That will be the finale episode to our thank you for following broadcast. And coming next week, we will have the start of the Philadelphia Phillies franchise for the 2024 season, and MLB The Show 24. So thanks for watching, everybody. This is David B69. See you next time. Bye-bye.